Hi, everybody. Welcome to a beautiful, beautiful Friday night right here, April 1st, 2022, year of our Lord. No April Fools, no gimmicks, no tricks, no treats. We're not like every other podcast and YouTube facts that you follow, okay? We're not like those guys. And I hope that wasn't, offending anyone. But if it does, I really, ugh. Shout outs, Carson City. Gig Irish J is out there doing shows. I've come to the realization I may never do comedy again. I'm never going to get booked in the world. First of all, let me just say this, and we'll later in the show we're gonna get into Ty Rivera and a lot of the Vegas stuff. But I may never, I don't try to get booked anywhere. No, the places that I have tried, it's so discouraging. The number of places I'm even interested in hanging out and doing comedy in Vegas, you could fit on one hand. The number of rooms available in Las Vegas to do comedy, infinite. You roll a dice this week, see what taco bar you could be at next week. It's fucking insane. And Ty Rivera has really, really bottomed out his SUV in the comedy scene. He is literally just running around with open micers playing comedy at this point. It's sad. Yeah, Big Irish J says, who helped you get in to Brad Garrett's? That is true. And I'm not saying you didn't, but that's one of, again, one hand you could fit the number of clubs I'm interested in performing here. Number of shows I'm interested in performing, maybe two hands. I got the things I would fuck with, it's like Don't Tell, Laugh After Dark. I've been told Sean Fitzsimmons does a good show. I've asked to be on it 17 times. He said he'll get me on it. I've had recommendations. He keeps pushing me away. I'm not going to ask again. It's insane. I'm not one of these guys who squeaky wheels people. I don't give a shit. And it's fine. Let all these open micers who want to go around hustling and fighting about drama and first prize $100 bar prizes kicked in by Ty Rivera himself. Wait until you hear it. Yeah, Fitzy might be great. I've met the guy. He seems nice. He's not interested in me. I've come to that conclusion because he said twice that he'd book me and then didn't. So, I can take a hint. I'm not one of these Summer Sinclairs out there you won't see me making a post on my wall where I'm like, do you guys think I'm funny? It's like, I know I'm not. Okay. Welcome everybody. Friday night. I hope you had a good April Fool's. What is April Fool's? Anyway, first of all, let's get one thing straight. We've gone real high low when it comes to pranks and fooling people. Okay, we have YouTube channels that do like elaborate pranks for hundreds of thousands of dollars on people. They really go through the effort and create something. And then you have every one of your dumb friends from work's idea of a prank is. Do you know what I'm saying? You ever see this? Like where your friend's like, dude, there's an FBI guy here for you. And you're like, oh, fuck, really? Like, for what? And you're like, pranked. It's like you just told a lie. And you kept, by the way, there was no effort in it. You kept it up for like 6 seconds. People think lying is pranking now. It's like, no, you have to you have to create something. You have to do something. Even if like your YouTube video, like Google's idea of a prank is like issuing a press release full of lies. It's like, that's not a prank. We'll be shutting down all operations in North America effective June 1st. It's like, JK, we're Google and we're into pranks. It's like, okay, what the fuck is happening? Gmail, we're shutting down Gmail. JK, we're not pranked. It's like, okay, pranks. Guys who do April Fool's Day jokes are oafs or gaffs. Yeah, it's just if you don't have what it takes to be like in the elite of the elite when it comes to that kind of stuff, then I'd appreciate you not participating at all. I don't need Stephanie from accounting lying to me through a corporate email. That's not my idea of a work holiday. You're eating into my productivity, bitch. This is why you make 78 cents on the dollar. What are the current stats, Rusty? Get me a report. Hi, everybody. Welcome to the show. It's probably not good that I'm drinking because then my voice goes early and I fizzle out real quick. We don't want any of that. We got a lot of stuff to talk about tonight. I know that you and your favorite podcasts have all talked about Will and Jada Smith. And you probably like, Patrick, we've heard it broken down a million times. Nobody needs your hot takes. Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. First of all, I want to make this very clear in case you don't follow me on Twitter. Fuck Will Smith in his little asshole. Wild, Wild West. I'd like that mechanical spider to kick him to the goddamn curb. Yeah, look, it's pretty cut and dry simple for me when it comes to like the right and wrong of it all. You don't lay hands, you don't hit other fucking people. And I don't know this Rosebud Baker, but her and several other comics, posted things like, hey, comedians who are worried about being hit on stage, calm down. Jesus Christ, be more dramatic. It's like, that tells me one thing, bitch, that you haven't done comedy any amount of time. Because if you haven't been charged on stage while doing comedy, you haven't been doing comedy very long. It happens quite a bit. So you look stupid and amateurish when you're like, nobody's coming on stage to hit you. It's like they do. They do that. They come up. Yeah. So either that or you're not funny. I said either you haven't done comedy long or you're the most like milk toast motherfucker on the planet. Okay? Jay Hollingsworth is talking to Sean McCann in the chat, says Sean Mechanical Spider. And then Sean says, so Jay's high. I think this is probably accurate. On life, Sean, on life. My point about all that is if you're a comic anywhere in this area, I've decided I'll be emceeing and featuring to try to climb the ranks again. Summer Sinclair, if you're listening, I'd love to open for you. Ryan Barassa is starting a room in Henderson. I'd love to come out and get a set. I would love to. I'd love to spew my meanderings to a crowd of people pushing around hot wings and bloomin' onions on a plate while the bartender mixes up blendered drinks. Fucking hell. I'm going to talk about some. First of all, I was talking to a friend who was at the Comedy Cellar this weekend about the lineups there, and he wasn't watching my podcast, but 100% agreed when I brought it up. I said, like, their lineups there are insanely stale. And again, I get it's Vegas. Why rock the boat? You gotta put up. I think when it comes to like the Comedy Cellar and the Laugh Factory and Brad Garrett's, which I would say are the 3 A rooms in Vegas. Now, I guess they go with consistency, and that means they work the same 10 fucking people. You know, occasionally, back when they opened, like the Comedy Cellar, they would bring in people from New York quite a bit, but I think it's cost them more to do that. So now they'll bring in a headliner every once in a while, but they sure won't fill a bill like before. You would see like a whole lineup would be like Godfrey, Carmen Lynch, Pete Lee, when Pete lived in New York. So you'd see like the same lineups that you would see on Comedy Cellar lineups in New York City. Now it's like, imagine the disappointment. You pull up the lineup. It's like Big Irish J. It's like, oh, the same guy, that I can see at a taco bar on Wednesday for free. Great. He fits in here? No, I don't know. My point is they put the same, Jay 100% deserves to be there. But they put the same lineups just over and over and over again. And I can't even comment on the comics because I don't really know a lot of the comics. Like Derek Richards and these Kathleen Dunbar and a lot of old gray-haired goons. But they might be funny, so I can't comment on the comedy. But the lineups themselves, like week to week, it's like, okay, again. Oh, fuck yeah. Brad Garrett's not so much. Brad Garrett seems to have a pretty fresh rotation. They might have a small stable of MCs. I'm not even sure, but it doesn't seem like it to me. It's not like people are getting 20 weeks at Brad Garrett's, like you get at some clubs. So I don't know, man. I don't know. Let's talk about the Will Smith thing. I don't know. And Big Irish J, you're almost as big as me. If someone came up to you, now we have to really play imaginary chess here because this is the Oscars. This is Will Smith. This is Chris Rock. They have darker skin and more money than either one of us. But what would you do if you were at a club on stage and maybe somebody in the audience said something and fuck with you, a woman, and she's bald, and you make what are you trying out for G.I. Jane on Broadway? You make a little joke. The guy gets up and comes at you on stage. This is a stranger now, so it is a different situation. What do you do? I have a video online where a guy tried to come fight me. I just started laughing. Yeah, but what happened? How does it resolve? He either fights you and a fight ensues, or someone gets him, or he changes his mind and turns around. The thing about it is very odd, but because it's the Oscars, there's a lot of odd stuff going on while it's happening.
You know who's got the hardest job tonight? Javier Bardem and his wife are both nominated. Now, if she loses, he can't win. He is
It's a healthy relationship right there. It's what a healthy relationship looks like.
praying that Will Smith wins. Please, Lord. Jada, I love you. G.I. Jane 2, can't wait to see it. All right?
Jay says comics got in the way and took him outside and he started crying and I finished my set. Right. So you didn't get hit. I think why the main reason Will Smith looks like an asshole, aside from just not being able to contain his emotion, what an unhinged nut. But when you laugh at the joke, everyone sees you laughing at the joke. Relax as fuck. Your bald ass bitch is over here rolling her eyes, And by the way, there's no playing victim, Jada, when you've come out and talked about your baldness and your alopecia, owned it, shaved your head, take it back, standing in your truth, owning your proudness, living your trans life. You don't get to then, become a victim because it's convenient. This is Chris Rock. He's roasting you. It's the Oscars. You're in the front row. You're rich. You're talented. Your husband's probably going to win an Oscar tonight. Why don't you fucking smile? People used to, at roasts, let me explain something to fucking idiots. People used to love being fucking roasted by comics. You've all become insecure cunts. Like, Jesus, man. When comics used to roast Phyllis Diller, when these people used to roast Don Rickles, people would be mad if they didn't get picked on during a show. They would throw themselves on the mercy. And they wouldn't be softballs, underhanded pitches like this G.I. Jane layup. It's like you've come out on a show and talked about getting deep dicked by other men. You've fully Hollywood cucked your husband. The jokes are endless. We can talk about how your breath smells like wannabe rapper cock. There's a million jokes. So it's weird when you can't relax and have a good time. And then your unhinged, insane, cucked husband, in all of his success, movies, music, marketing, online, he's rebuilt a brand online. This guy is throwing it all away because of an animal instinct in the heat of the moment, in a minute, because he looks over, not because he's mad genuinely, by the way. This is what makes the whole thing insane. Not because he's got some genuine emotion that he gave into, which is what he tries to convince you later. I just acted crazy in the moment because I'm a fierce, supportive dad. It's like, no. You laughed, dog. Then you looked over, saw the dominant partner in your relationship, Jada, unhappy, and scrambled to make your master happy. You're the bitch. You looked over, saw that your keeper wasn't thrilled, and said, what can I do? Bad man hurt her. A grrr. We're talking about a man who, I don't know how old he is, 50, 60, black smacks. Where in this rich, successful, secure man's amygdala does this instinct pop up? Where does he get the gall, to do this? And then again, you have the walk. It's a goddamn runway, catwalk to the stage. to change your mind, to cool it off, to calm down, let your rational self take control? Turn to the bald boss. Ask her if that's what she even fucking wants. Because let me tell you something. I didn't know shit about Jada Pink's cue ball head until this fucking happened. And now, whoo, keep my wife's name out of your fucking mouth. How'd that work? Meme heaven. Am I right? Am I right? Jeez, who is even fucking watching the Oscars? Nobody. That's who. Fucking hell. It's like old people who don't understand the internet, or like bullies, or like how, like groupthink and trolling works. I'm gonna stand up and put a stop to people making fun of my wife right now. It's like, oh, you're not though. Oh God, the Scientologist point of the slap is fun to read about. What's the Scientologist part of the slap? You're gonna have to fill me in.
That was a nice one. Okay.
So he tries to smooth it over. Will Smith is now, and by the way, no camera foot, no other angle of this. Come on. What else are they hiding? Oh, come on. No other angle of this slap. We just have it like it is. We don't see the moment where he sees Jade upset. We don't see the moment where it clicks in his dumb animal brain. We don't see the moment where he starts coming. We just hear Chris mistakenly call him Richard, which is fucked.
I'm out here. Richard.
Okay, so what do you think? What do you think everyone's thinking? So like, Will Smith clearly has a plan, and maybe he did. Maybe he did cool down. Maybe he did think like, I'm gonna knock this motherfucker out, and then he's like, oh, I'll just slap them. Josh Marks in the chat said this. Yeah, I've seen the other angle from behind. That it doesn't really show much though. I'm saying there was a hot camera on Will and Jada, and you're telling me the Academy doesn't film. Like the Academy has the footage because if they had to go back and edit the broadcast or something like that they would need all the angles to recut it. So they got the ISO feed from that camera where we could see the moment, the turning of Will. But he's walking up. I think Chris Rock, I can't imagine. I can't imagine what Chris Rock is thinking at the moment. He's going, uh-oh. Now, nervous laughter. Trying to calm, diffuse. It'll be on the director's cut. Yeah, maybe. Now, at this point, and this is why a lot of people think it's staged, you got Chris Rock kind of leaning in. Let's see here. You got Chris Rock kind of leaning into it. He's got his feet planted, firm stance. But again, this is hands behind the back. This is regal stance. This is a stance that portrays confidence. This is a stance that portrays I'm not aggressive. But this is also a stance that portrays, in the context of the Oscars, I'm a professional. I'm in control. I'm standing upright. But I can't imagine what he thinks kind of leaning in right here. Will Smith is looking down. He's not even looking at Chris. His mind is not on what Chris is doing now. It's on his mission. He's got it in his head. I'm going to hit this man. I've got to hit this man. And I'll hit him when I get there. Maybe he's trying not to give it away. Very interesting. It explodes. It comes out of nowhere. Yeah. Oh, so yeah, maybe that he thinks he's gonna say something, so he's leaning in. So the lapel mic, will really put his body into it. The fact that Chris didn't have to regain footing is impressive. The most impressive thing about all of it, because you can tell when you get close-ups on Chris Rock talking after it happens, his jaw's bugging him. You can see him like kind of working his jaw. And I think the most impressive thing about this is that he didn't have to reach up and kind of like, touch it. Because that's the reaction, you have when a guy just cold cocks you. Chris Rock doesn't get enough credit for rolling with the slap. I think he does. I can't wait to hear his take on it. The stand-up, I'm sure, is going to be fucking funny. Will ain't going to like it. But that's what it is. A couple funny things in the aftermath.
Wow. Will Smith this.
So when you do see the other angle of footage, there is a cell phone footage angle that's shit. But you see the reason Will is smiling when he's walking back, putting his pocket watch away, Wild Wild West style, is because he's looking at Jada. She laughs at the line Chris Rock says, Will Smith just slapped the shit out of me. Well, Chris Rock says that while Will's walking back. Jada laughs. She laughs at that line, doubles over almost. Will sees her do that as he's walking back. That's why he smiles and kind of chuckles, because he made her happy, his keeper. His cuck bitch. Sorry. His cuck bitch. His tip drill, if you will. And goes back and sits down, and this is instant regret on the part of Will Smith. He really, really, this is why I'm saying it's not even the fucking personal, emotional, animal reaction that people think this is. This is a cucked, broken, unhinged man. Okay? He's so fucking broken and needy to please this bitch. This bald-headed, you're Will Smith. Whip out your sword dick, Prince of Bel-Air, and knight another hoe. What are we doing? You can have anybody. You want this old blacker the berry, sweeter the poos? Get real. But you're so fucking whipped about it that you black knight on her behalf and go up and do that. And as soon as you're back to your seat, reality sets in. You're not the Fresh Prince. She doesn't love you. She fucks other men, and what you just did to Chris Rock isn't going to keep other men's dicks out of her ears. Okay? You've just thrown away almost 40 years of a career. People are hating you, except a couple real thuggish, ruggish bitches like Tiffany Haddish. Wanda Sykes is sick to her goddamn stomach. Poor Wanda Sykes demands an apology from Will. She wants an apology from Will.
Smoke weed every day.
It's never going to happen. Apology. Is he supposed to personally apologize to every motherfucker who was in attendance? How does this even work? Wanda Sykes wants an apology. Ah! A close friend's friend was Jada's girlfriend in college. She's a straight lesbian. We call that being a bisexual. Okay? Don't get it twisted. So just so much going on with this. Couple of things that I noticed here, just body language, quick, fun things.
Smack the shit out of me.
Keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth.
The instant regret, the lip quivering of Will Smith, the verge of tears. We've all been at this moment. If you're a human, you so emotional. Everyone's looking at you. You fucked up. You did something really, really wrong. The one person you can really should be able to count on, your wife, isn't even like a normal wife. She fucks skateboarders and stuff. I mean, you're all alone in that moment in a chair screaming, keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth. We all talk about her. She went on a show talking about all the dicks. You know? Fuck. What world are you in? Where like people are gonna keep my wife's name out of your fucking mouth. Okay. We'll never talk about her again. Will Smith. Fuck. How does he think the world works? He's so emotional. Lupita Nyong'o is laughing her ass off. She doesn't know if this is a bit.
Wow, dude.
So Chris Rock here in a moment of shock. Wow, dude. Like, did that really just happen? And Will Smith hits him back with a yes.
It was
Yes, I did that. I wish I hadn't.
a G.I. Jane joke.
And then I love Chris Rock breaking it down as if he's gonna like give someone a sense of humor through mansplaining it. No, I don't think you understood, dog. It was a G.I. Jane joke. It'd be funny if he just got up again and smacked the fuck out of him. Oh, God. Can you imagine? It was a G.I. Jane joke. Keep my wife's. Oh, fuck. I love it.
Keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth.
I'm going to.
And this is, you know, we see this technique with black comedians all the time. If a punchline doesn't land, we just repeat it louder. You know? Keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth. Nothing? Keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth. Fuck. This is nutty. The aftermath of the Chris Rock is here. I've been punched by a guy I know I can't beat, and been in this exact moment where he's like, where he yells it for the second time, keep my wife's name out of your fucking mouth. And then Chris Rock immediately says, I'm going to. Like, don't hit me again. I'm going to. As if he's like, nah, fuck. I'm gonna have to say 17 more things about this bitch now.
Okay? Okay.
And that's the comic mind. That's the comic mind. and Chris Rock's mine. Like, first of all, if you come at me again, I won't be hands behind the back. I will block you, and I'll probably fucking swing back. The comics mind is, okay. This is very professional. This was handled so good. And you're right. He doesn't get enough credit for it. Chris is at work. He's doing exactly what he should be doing. Fuck this bald bitch. Fuck Will Smith. And this, the guy wins the award. He gives a speech. He tries to fucking make some, horrible attrition, but doesn't really apologize to Chris Rock in any way. And then you get the fact that he was even allowed to stay there, and mixed reports. The Academy says that they suggested he leave. He refused to leave. They said he came out and said, that's horseshit. I was never asked to leave. He should have been asked to leave. He should have been escorted out and arrested by the police. He won't be. And it's unfortunate that this won't be, a racial story. Because it's never about race. It's about class. It's about economic ability. These are two very rich people. The district attorney in Los Angeles is not going to waste his time with this. Chris Rock's not going to press charges. Why would he? He doesn't need the money, and it'd be petty at this point. Any other fucking comic, I'm telling you right now, if you do have eyes on becoming a person who's going to walk up on stage and start swinging at comics, every other comic's going to fucking press charges and try to own all your money. Just ask the Goose. Ty Rivera has how many lawsuits against people and still might be living in Bijou's hair? Drink up, everybody. I told you about it. It would have been 400 times better if he made a joke on Will and ran off stage. No, it would never be good if he ran off stage. That's bitch move. That hat slaps. Thank you. It is available for only a few more days. We're about to launch our summer merch, so head on over to nobodylikesonions.com/store now. These are the winter wool caps about to be replaced. Everything in the store is about to be replaced in mere hours. So if you like any of that stuff, head on over and purchase it now. All new stuff coming very, very soon. Why haven't I been doing shows? Why is there no overdose stuff, you might ask? Okay. First of all, let's do this. Let me make an apology for that by extending the promo code Patrick for St. Patrick's Day. This is $75 a year for overdose. This is less than half price. NobodyLikesOnions.com/overdose. You can use Omicron. That still works. You'd be an idiot. So if you want to save 20% monthly, use promo code Omicron. If you want to get a year's worth of overdose for $75, that's $750 a month for 10 months and 2 months free, because math is hard. NobodyLikesOnions.com. So I'll reactivate that promo code. It'll work from, let's say, a week from whenever this show gets posted on the feed, on the website. Okay? So I'd like to offer that as an apology for the lack of overdose content for the paying members. And if you want to be a member of that and take advantage of it and you're already a member, go ahead, cancel your membership and re-sign up with the promo code Patrick. You'll be all set. But grab yourself a hat if you do like the hats. I'm so glad they all dressed up for this. Yeah. So the aftermath of this has been crazy. The idea that Wanda Sykes wants an apology. Amy Schumer has been making the rounds doing press saying that she is traumatized by this event. I didn't watch the Oscars. I only have seen these clips. I've seen a couple clips of the three women, Wanda Sykes, Amy Schumer, and whoever the other chick is, trying to host and be funny. It's abysmal. It's embarrassing. You know? $750 a month. What are you talking about? Just do ads. All the other pods do. We don't care. No. What ads am I gonna do? I here's what I do ads for. Give me your money. Buy a hat, join the overdose, suck a dick. It's very simple. I can't be sitting here telling you to go Blue Apron it and Bark Box. First of all, your UPS guy is gonna hate you. Showing up to your door 17 times a day, delivering boxes and subscriptions. Let it go. You can't just be one of these people who's getting everything by mail delivered to you. Like, oh, I get my underwear every month. I get a new pair, and I get Blue Apron sends me my meals every week, and I also order ugly produce from a local farm. It's like, all right, you gotta really decide where you're gonna get your stuff. You can't just be everything just brought to your door delivery guy. This is nuts. This is bad. You're hurting the earth. No, I don't care about the earth. Burn it down. I noticed Will put out the apology the day after. This is one day after. Pretty shallow, transparent garbage. Violence in all of its forms is poisonous and destructive. My behavior last night's Academy Awards was unacceptable and inexcusable. Jokes at my expense are part of the job. But a joke about Jada's medical condition was much. It's not medical condition. Is my medical condition obesity? It's just a condition used to describe what a person looks like. I'm obese. She's alopecia. Capiche? Alopecia is nothing. It's dandruff, but with hair. Okay? A strong wind comes along. You look down at your shoulder. Instead of a few flakes, it's half your scalp. By the way, black women's hair is gross. So take that for whatever it's worth. I don't need to see. There's two options for black women's hair. Big poof or like glued down to the side. Gross. Shave it off. The only way I'm sleeping with a black woman, don't tell my fiance, is if she has a shaved head. It's an autoimmune disease and I have it. It isn't. It's called you're unhealthy. You made mistakes in life. You fucked over the wrong guys. And now the chickens are coming home to roost. And the hairs are coming out. Holy shit. Look, it's not. It's alopecia is hair loss. Yes, she has hair loss. It's not a condition. Back it up. Did you just work tonight in Carson City? I think you're fine. I'm so sorry about your condition. You know what? They should make cards for people who have alopecia that just say, I'm sorry about your loss. That's funny. That's funny. Okay? We need to laugh at this stuff. They think it's caused by stress. I don't know how, if she has it though, because you would see the bald spots. She shaves her head. She's done pieces about it. She's owned this shit. She's like, fuck everybody. I'm bald and beautiful. It's like, are you? Because you melted down at the Oscars and ruined your husband's life. Alopecia, I don't think alopecia has to be an autoimmune condition either. I think it can be an autoimmune condition. It's just a nice way of saying, I don't have hair. She doesn't get a parade. No one's marching in the streets. There's no 5K. Okay? There's nothing. It's nothing. Fuck. You're bald. We all know you're bald. We're just not supposed to mention it? You're allowed to walk around all day looking like that and no one can talk about it? Okay. That's not the way the world works. That's not the way the world works. We comment on weird things. Fuck you. Fuck you, you bald fucks. And by the way, no value judgment either. You're bald. I'm fat. Let's eat. Oh, God. It really is. It really is sad that we all just rally around her in her time of need. My wife's medical condition, get fucked. Get fucked. Your wife's medical condition is probably chlamydia from all the dicks. All of the dicks. Come on. Grow up. Grow up. You're at the Oscars. You're going to get roasted. He just did Javier Bardem and Penelope Cruz, you know, right to Tom Cruise's face. You're out of your mind. Imagine Ricky Gervais just roasting him. Roasting him. Alopecia is her medical condition. Die slow. Fuck. I gotta listen to every motherfucker in the world call me diabetes face. But we're all supposed to tiptoe around Jada's shiny fucking chromodomium. Get bent. That's not what we're doing anymore. You have to live with your decisions and your problems. If you're fat, you're not beautiful. You made a wrong turn. It's not healthy. You're not good looking. What is that show on Amazon Prime? Lizzo's looking for big girls or something? It's like gross. Gross. What was the pitch for that show? Hey, do you have a screensaver that'll make me vomit? It's just fat women filmed in slow motion grinding for 13 seconds or however long they can before they double over out of breath. Lizzo's it's auditioning backup dancers for her tour. Do you think these bitches, like that's why you get fat bitches. You got to get them fatter and fatter and fatter and fatter. Because when they stop dancing and they just collapse on stage, they're still jiggling so it looks like they're dancing. Yeah, I'm going chronologically, Winks. We'll get to it. So hours before the show breaking, Will Smith resigns from the Academy after slapping Chris Rock at the Oscars. Of course, this statement, I've directly responded to the Academy's disciplinary hearing notice, and I'll fully accept any and all consequences for my conduct. Oh, you'll accept the consequences for your conduct? Like every other adult? Then go down to the police station and turn yourself in. I'll wait. There's no world where someone hits me like this and gets away with it. You hear that, Ty? You hear that? Trouble? Oh my God, I've heard some stuff about Trouble in Vegas. Whoo! His newest thing, I think he's doing an afternoon comedy show by the pool at some casino. It's so fucking, it's like, oh yeah, 4 p.m. comedy by the pool. It's like you're already trying to do comedy by the pool, which is a dumb idea. It's dumb. I don't care how many times Adam Dominguez posts a picture bragging about it. It's fucking retarded. It's not a good idea, and anybody who's been doing comedy long enough will tell you that. Okay? Afternoon comedy by the pool? I'd rather brush my teeth with a pellet gun. Fuck. Afternoon comedy by the pool. Only if there's a DJ and a wedding. Fucking hell. This guy knows nothing about anything. He's a fucking cokehead who thinks he can like mash together his party lifestyle with comedy. And it's like, no one's here to see tits. No one's here for lap dances while they chuckle. Get it straight. It's like all this stuff just like exists to help that guy get laid. It's so fucking played out. More of this horse shit from Will. The list of those I've heard is long. This is genuine. The list I've heard is long and includes Chris, his family, many of my dear friends and loved ones, all those in attendance, and the global audience at home. I betrayed the trust of the Academy. I deprived the other nominees and winners of their opportunities to celebrate and celebrated for their extraordinary work. And be celebrated for their extraordinary work. I am heartbroken. I want to put the focus back on those who deserve attention for their achievements and allow the Academy to get back to the incredible work it does to support creativity and artistry in film. That's horse shit. Burn the Academy to the ground. So I'm resigning from membership in the Academy of the Motion Pictures of Arts and Sciences and will accept any other nomination. Any other consequences the board deems appropriate. Changes take time, and I'm committed to doing the work to ensure I never again allow violence to overtake reason. Like, okay. Now, I don't know what this even means. He quits the Academy. So, like, I guess he, like, doesn't get to vote on future Oscars and doesn't get screeners sent to his house. I don't think it prohibits him from winning in the future. He's saying I'll accept any other consequences. A lot of people are calling for him to lose his Oscar. That's stupid. If he was the best actor, he was the best actor. I'd argue the Academy Awards mean jack shit anymore. But I did like the movie, King Richard. It was a great movie. But very disappointing behavior from Will Smith. I think this is the only path. Complete apologies. Go underground for a while. Make some great movies. I think the best part about all this, Amy Schumer, wine o'clock, saying that she was traumatized by the event, has now come out and said, makes career decision in traumatizing Will Smith Oscars upset. She's decided to take a step back from her career to focus on family. Out of office reply for the next month. So this seems like something simple, but I have a real suspicion that Amy Schumer's not a good person. I've never met her or done a show with her. I have a suspicion she's not a nice or good person deep down. She was never a phenom of a comic to me. And now that Ali Wong's doing her entire act and releasing it as new specials, she can go underground. But Will's right about one thing. Everything that happened got overshadowed. This overshadowed all of it. Will winning his own award. These three women were supposed to host. And by the way, it would have been a disaster. And no one's talking about it, how bad they were and how awful. It was bad. It's all bad. Go look up a clip of them just introducing somebody or doing something. Doing a little funny bit. It's awful. Three women with no comedic timing, just stumbling and bumbling over the teleprompter. It's bad. So, I don't know what to tell you. Now, I did just yell at everybody about not ordering things to your house, but I have to bitch about something. Oh, by the way, the reason I haven't done a show in 2 weeks, I had to go in for an emergency dental procedure. So I'm waiting on a crown now. I have a temporary crown in. It hurts like a motherfucker. They're trying to save this tooth and not have to do a root canal. I'm not really good with my teeth, or haven't been to this point. I'm trying to be better. So I've been in a lot of pain, antibiotics, painkillers. looped out of my mind, if I can be quite real with you. I'm hoping by Monday we'll have my new tooth to put in here, and then I have to go in for a periodontal cleaning. This is what happens when you don't take care of your teeth or have dental insurance and don't go to a dentist for 10 years. I have to do a periodontal cleaning. This is a deep cleaning, so deep they have to numb my whole mouth to do it. And actually, they said that mine is so bad they can't do the whole mouth in one day, that it would be too painful for me. So they want to do a quadrant at a time. So this is my whole April, is getting quads of my mouth painfully cleaned to try to prevent gum disease and decay, I guess. I don't remember all the songs from when we were kids. But that's kind of what's been up with me. But I had a chef who used to be on the show quite a bit, was in town this past week. We went and played poker quite a lot. And I wanted to smoke some pork. I was going to make some pulled pork, have some friends over. Chef was in town, make some pulled pork. So I decided to ordered a brisket for Thanksgiving that I smoked. It was fantastic. Go to Mexico and get new teeth. I'm not poor. I'm just stupid. I can afford an American dentist. I just can't afford health insurance. They call him Yuck Mouth because he don't brush. I got the Oral-B IO from Costco. I got a his and hers, and I do two sides of my mouth in half the time. For Thanksgiving, I ordered a brisket from a company called Wild Fork. It's one of these meat proprietors online. They have a store. They ship you the stuff frozen with dry ice. It's supposed to be from, smaller independent farmers and stuff. Good quality meat. You can get different grades of stuff. You can get the Wagyu, you can get the prime, you can get choice, you can get select, you can get any cut you want delivered. I love the brisket that I got for Thanksgiving. Came out fantastic. 17-pounder. Ooh, big boy. I went back to look on their website to try to order some pulled pork, because I was like, let's see what kind of pork options they got. Like everything else in America right now, everything's just supply constrained. I was at Costco trying to buy meat. It's slim pickings, man. So we're really killing it in America. It looks like North Korea out there on the shelves. I don't know what's going on, but we're building it back better, and it is awesome. Awesome to not be able to buy cows. So I go on the website Wild Fork, and they have a pitch for me, if you will. Pops up in my browser. It says, Patrick, you look fat as fuck. You look like a guy that probably likes to eat meat by the barrel load. And I was like, go on. They're like, we got a deal for you. Free delivery on all your orders for a year. Now, they have everything, right? They got spices that you can need for cooking. They got sides and other items and stuff. But they got pork. They got beef. They got turkey. They got wild game. They got hot link sausages. They got ground meat mixtures and all the things you could want. Different cuts, everything, every cut you could want. It's really a Willy Wonka wonderland, this Wild Fork. And I was like, you know what? I'm sorry, I left my mail open. It's gonna ding. I was like, you know what? I'll sign up for this, and from now on, I'll get all my meat from this. I'll load up my freezer in the garage. I'll order all my meat from Wild Fork. It'll come. I was really happy with that brisket. Let's do it. $29. I join this Wild Fork membership free delivery because I loaded up a cart now with some ground beef, some chicken, some hot links, a pork butt, and a brisket flat. I was interested in trying a brisket flat. This is basically just the flat, thinner part of the brisket, not the point, the really fatty part, thicker part. And I thought it'd be a nice, like, smaller portion if I just wanted to smoke some brisket and not, have a party. And it told me that the average size for this would be 5 to 6 pounds. And I was like, sure, And I ordered it. Instead of a 17-pound brisket, I'll smoke the brisket flat. Let's see how this comes out. Do it as an experiment. Little fun thing. Loaded up my cart with meats from Wild Fork. I was so excited to use my new membership. He said, sounds like an ad. Well, wait. You tell me if it sounds like an ad in a minute, okay? So I get my package. Now, what Wild Fork does is they authorize your credit card for the price of the average weight of the things you ordered. You order a pork butt, you order a brisket, they all weigh different amounts, and they'll settle with your credit card. So they're going to authorize it for a higher amount for the average. Once it settles, if you got a brisket that weighed more, you'll pay a little more. If you get a brisket that weighs less, you'll pay a little less. Okay? Easy peasy. So they authorized my card for $150. This is on top of the $29 membership. Fine. My order comes. I'm so happy. I unpack the brisket flat. It is a 1.37 pound brisket flat. I wish I had a photo to show you. A 1.37 pound brisket flat. I was told it'd be 5 to 6. Now, I understand nobody's perfect, but 1.3 pound brisket flat was about this size. Okay? About that size. If I put that on my grill to smoke it, it will dry out and become nothing. Inedible. And even if it did come out fine, let's say through some miracle, this thing would be up to temp in an hour. It's so little. It might make a sandwich or two. You know what I mean? This thing's going to shrink up once all the moisture goes out of it. I look at the actual charge for this brisket. They charged me for a 2 pound brisket flat. Now, I don't have a problem with rounding, but when I get 1.3 pounds and it gets rounded to 2, and both of those measurements are miserable, I have a bit of a problem. So I hit up Wild Fork's customer service. I said, hey, you're Wild Fork. You guys seem like you're into meat. Funny story. You sent me a 1.3 pound brisket flat. You charged me for 2. So now I'm paying $18 for this $9 a pound brisket, which after I cook it, I'm going to have 0.3 pounds of. Somebody said, just go to Arby's. They have the meats. I might go to old Snake River or one of these other competing companies. I'd love to order my meat from a place. I'd love that. And I don't want any special treatment, but I want treatment. This is what these motherfuckers said to ya boy. Thanks for contacting Wild Fork Foods so you can track the status of your request. Use a unique ID number for your reference. Okay, well, my whole ticket's been assigned an ID number now. This is going to be great. Wild Fork is taking care of me. And you know why? Because I'm a member. I paid $29 for it. They know I'm a premium customer. Oh, boy. I got a reply. This is what it said. Hi, Patrick. Thanks for contacting Wild Fork customer service. Like many online grocery retailers, we temporarily authorize your card for a higher amount. This temporary hold or pending charge will be reflected on your statement with the items of your order are weighed. Once the team weighs your items, the final charge will be captured. It's like, oh. So, what I already knew. Okay? This is like repeating information I already knew. Which, by the way, again, I'd explained all of this in my original request. Hey, I was authorized for a 5.7 pound brisket. I received a 1.3 pound brisket. I was finally charged for a 2 pound brisket. Then you reply to me, we usually charge you, we authorize it for a higher one, but then we change it back. I'm like, right, you've done that. You've done that. And that's what I told him. So I understand that. I was authorized for a 6 pound flat. I got charged for a 2 pound flat. I received a 1.3 pound flat. Now what? And this is how I handle customer service. I'm very angry. I want to get that tone across to them. They need to know I mean business. This is the reply. 2 days later, March 29th, I sent this, okay? On the 31st, yesterday, I get this. Hey, this is Wild Fork. We're giving you a friendly follow-up. We'll close this ticket for now, but if you have any other concerns, let us know. They ignored my entire request!
We got one!
Not happy. Not happy. And by the way, let me tell you something, Wild Fork. Maybe you didn't notice this. The bottom of all the emails. An order link. He's trying to handle my question and he pitches me an order. Order today at Wild Fork. Hey, Wild Fork, I have a problem with an order. Okay? I have a problem with an order. I clearly know how to fucking order. This is all they do. All they do. Just want me to order. No customer service. You know, what am I supposed to do? Where do y'all get your meats? Albertsons? Albertmans? How do you say it? Constantly pitching me. Constantly. And then look at this. Another link. Order now. Order now. Fix my order. This is my ultimatum, I said to him. I replied, no one answers. 2 days ago by, and you just closed the issue. I'll be calling to get a refund on my membership if this is the service you're going to provide me. Last chance, Wild Fork. Talk to everyone like it's life-threatening. Let me tell you something. If you're not living your life by screaming at strangers over the internet, you're missing out. You are missing fucking out. I don't know how you talk to the guy you get your meat from, but I guarantee it's better than I talked to Bruce, the guy over at Wild Fork, doing my stuff. And I hope they hear this, you know, Wild Fork. I hope you hear this. I will be filing a chargeback for the amount of that brisket and for my membership. And just in case you haven't printed my card yet or laminated it, don't bother. You hear me? Because I don't want it. You won't catch me. You won't catch me flaunting my Wild Fork membership. This has been insulting on levels you can't imagine. It would be insulting if it was like a small peon. But I'm a celebrity, you know. I try to rise above. And people, when they see me coming, should get out of my way. Or bow, you know, one or the other. Either is appropriate, frankly. Did you ask to speak to the assistant manager? That's the thing, is like, where do you even go with this Wild Fork, you know? It's probably just a couple kids in a garage slaughtering pigs. It's probably not even a real business. For all I know, this could be the next Theranos. It's not even meat. Me and my wife put our 2-week notice into the same job, and it wasn't an April Fool's joke. Did they think it was? Because that's all that really matters, huh? Huh, kids? Ty Rivera. Join the overdose, won't you? We're going to do an after show tonight where we deep dive into Ty Rivera's latest lunacy. Did you get a gift card? I haven't received anything yet. They're ignoring me. They're nuts over there at Wild Fork. I'm thinking about switching completely to Tame Spoon. Anything? Anything on that one? Okay. I'm just drunk enough. Ty Rivera. I'd like to, first of all, just recap what's happened in the past year and a half. Ty Rivera, a marginally successful comedian, and when I say that, he was making a living at it, maybe. According to certain accounts, he never stopped prostituting around and selling illicit drugs. Pill Queen is his nickname on the streets. But, you know, he had some accomplishments and hits and does fairly well with crowds, or at least traditionally has. In the past 2 years, we've watched him terminate and scorch bridges and opportunities with people over and over and over again. The number of open mics this guy has like gotten involved with and ruined, burned to the ground. The one he's currently running at Ocha Bar, I think he stole from Delilah, who I don't know, but is now an enemy of his. We're talking everybody in the world from myself, who didn't know him at all, to Jay Hollingsworth, who was his friend. When I initially reached out to Jay Hollingsworth, he said, "No, Ty's awesome. We're doing a bit." Ugh. Ty turned on him. Gooch, Jocelyn Sharp, Adam Dominguez, Alex Kool-Aid Ansel, Matt Markman, Jill Kimmel, Brant Tobler, Delilah, countless open micers I can't even begin to name. Bookers, people who run shows, everybody from Angie Crum, Sean Fitzsimmons, LA Comedy Club. He's been run the fuck out of Dirty at 12:30, where they had just printed a photo to put him on the wall. This guy's toxic as fuck. He can't hold on to a friend. Let me tell you something. I got Kelsey from Laugh After Dark, which is one of the best produced shows, at least, that I've seen in Las Vegas. Really well run and well done and super nice people, you know. Comes up to me and or we were talking about the podcast. Laugh After Dark is starting to do. They set up a podcast studio, and so they're starting to do podcasts and stuff. And she's like, "Oh, we got to get you on the podcast." And I said, "I don't like to do podcasts. I don't like to talk about myself. I don't like to all these comedy podcasts." This is not an insult to them specifically in any way, but it's just like all these comedy podcasts are just like about stand up. How'd you get started? What's a crazy thing that happened to you on the road? It's like, it's just like there's just 9,000 podcasts to do the exact same thing. And I'm not saying I won't do it. They're nice people. I'm happy to go do their podcast. I like them. I like talking to them. But Kelsey said to me, like, well, you just like to be controversial and stir up trouble. And I was like, that's actually not true. It's actually not true. It's like, let me tell you something about you guys and how you're all wrong. It takes a lot of energy and calories to lie to everybody all the time. I don't care. I'm not saying Ty Rivera doesn't get laughs and isn't okay at comedy clubs. He clearly headlines shows, so he can entertain a crowd, let's say, for an hour. So I'm not, as hard as we are when we go after Ty Rivera and his comedy, it's like, look, he's not a good writer by any means. Every joke I've heard him do is the most basic structure a joke can be and has no complex callbacks or curveballs to them. They're all very, 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 very basic stuff. You just like to rant for 35 minutes on meat companies' customer service policies. I feel like you weren't listening at all. I have no problem with their policies. I'd like them to follow their policies, okay? So I feel like, even though I spent 35 minutes on it, it probably wasn't enough, and we should maybe circle back because you missed the whole point, okay? The point is, let me explain again. There's a company called Wild Fork. Now, what they do, go to their website, wildfork.com. They have farm-to-table direct shipping, direct-to-consumer meats. What if I just started all over? That's not talking about me in comedy, though. I can talk to you about current shit. Let's talk about Will and Jada. I don't want to sit and talk about how I... What's the craziest thing that happened to you at a college gig? Did you tell someone to go fork themselves? Oh, no. But I can't help having that reputation, I guess. But I think anybody who actually knows me or takes the time to give me a chance or whatever, look, I applied to be on that show because a friend said it was great. I went and checked it out. And they put me on the show, and I did good on the show, and now they have me back on the show. So it's, as far as I'm concerned, a pure meritocracy over there. I don't see Ty over on that stage. But most of the shows, most of the comedians in Vegas are amateur comics who don't do it full time, and the shows they do are at bars. Just, that's what it is. Or LA Comedy Club. Because they love free labor. But here's also again, LA Comedy Club, I have no problem. Okay. Is it me? Is your beard turning red? Are you turning into, my beard has always been red. What an idiot. LA Comedy Club, Matt and Joaquin I've known for 15 fucking years. I've worked for them for 12. But no longer. And you know how I know they don't have a good friend around them? No one's told them that their logo is shit. How do you let them open up a new club and a new room and all that shit and keep that logo? Oh, microphones and wings? Like every clip art t-shirt of every fucking comedy show or music show ever. Like every bar that has a karaoke night has a microphone and wings. Google it. Google mic and wings. Oh man. Oh man. I like those guys. I haven't seen the new room yet. It looks beautiful. I would have told them you got to change the logo. I would have offered them 5 free examples of a new logo. You can't let them build that new room with that clip art logo. It's clip art. It's Crazy Joe level. Remember Crazy Joe used the same microphone, I think? It was fine in 2006. It's an A room. I gotta see that before you say that. Look, an A room is not just the room. An A room is not just the room, okay? Let's get that fucking straight. Been listening since 2007. This is the ramblings of a madman. Thank you. Some people just get it, and some people don't. And to those people, I say, there's the door. Actually, it's more over that way. Okay? And everybody else, I say, donate money, super chat, give us a like. Hit like button, okay? We like that stuff. It gives us an algorithm. So Ty Rivera, my phone starts buzzing a couple days ago telling me Ty Rivera, who we've just went over, has run, pretty much he's the Pied Piper of Friends. He runs them all off a cliff. I believe you that the room is nice, Jay. I really do. It looks great. It looks great. They haven't figured out the lighting at all. So again, every photo and every video I've seen posted from there looks like dog shit. And again, they have a lot going on. Oh, fuck. What just happened? Jay gave us our money. Yeah, baby. Count it up. And they're busy and they have a lot going on, but they do not, like, every club has a blind spot for the most part. And theirs is like perception. It's like the logo is not good. It's not good. The name is confusing. I like the name. The name is, and you can't change the name because it's built up cachet, and they do have a reputation. Sound was off the first night. I just did it last night. They fixed the sound. That's good. They got to fix the lighting because it's like, are you looking at the photos and videos that people are posting from there? It's like all purple and blurry and not well lit. It's not great. And then like they posted some videos from there. Like I guess they have a permanent camera set up and they didn't look great either. So it's like they'll get there. It takes time. It's just like, an A room isn't just a room that's beautiful. It's got to be run correctly. And for all their they figured it out. I'm not worried. I'm not worried about them, but I just don't go around willy-nilly saying A room to people. The Improv in Vegas was a shit room. That graphic was worth the $1. For you to get back on topic, please. $2. $2. Jesus fucking Christ. What's happening? What's happening? Fuck! Oh, shit! No, too much of it! The money's just everywhere, and it's breaking down the world! If we could just please focus. I've got to stop talking shit about clubs. Okay, so My point was not to shit on LA. I haven't seen the room, so I really can't comment. I assume the room is great. The room has always been run, for me, between a C plus and a B minus, as far as like running the room. But yeah. Oh, well, I gotta. You can't say a lot about stuff. That's $3. You can get half a McChicken now. Wait, what is that? Is a McChicken $6? Weren't McChickens like the basic ass, like super cheap, like 99 cents? A McChicken is like a chicken breast. Isn't a McChicken pretty much just a chicken breast and a bun and mayo? Oh, they do like lettuce? For me. So a couple months ago, Ty Rivera got his rent jacked up. Now look, I want to say this before we get into talking about Ty being a homeless piece of garbage. I've done a lot of homeless segments on this show where I come out as pretty hard against the homeless. Now, the majority segment of the homeless are mentally ill drug addicts. Okay. So they need help. They need real help. Okay. Everyone else who's just like not got their finger in the wind to see which way it's blowing, you're all fucking dumb. You're all fucking dumb. Okay. I don't understand why you're homeless. Okay. I don't understand why you're poor. Just like have a home. Just like get money. You know? Just like have it. No, but you gotta really, let's take out the drug addicts and the mentally ills and dial in. If you are a homeless person, you have no one like, everyone in the chat room that I've like met in person, like if you had nowhere to go and I've met you and you're semi-normal, you could stay at my house because I'm a human and you're a human that I know. So like if you're sleeping on the streets, again, take mental illness and drug addiction out of here. What's happening now? How much is that? It's Canadian money. It's just a little one. Thank you very much. For me to go off topic, let me tell you something. I went to a massage parlor the other day and got myself a pedicure done by one of these Asian girls. Now, there was a really hot girl in there getting her pedicure done. I think she was probably getting it ready for prom or something like that. And while I was sitting there getting my feet done, I kept making eye contact with her. And I thought, you know, like, oh, does she might, you know, be interested in me and stuff. And I didn't realize it, but I got my, you know, the whole pedicure. I get the gold package. It takes an hour. It's great. They fill the tub with the gel. I get they take a Dremel to my toenails. I get it all done. I go out to my car. I see that in my beard, I have a piece of pink. It's the stuff that they put in your tooth to make the temporary crown. The like stuff the gooey stuff they like put in, and then you bite down on a mold, and then it hardens, and then they take it out and like make you a new tooth, temporary tooth. Some of that had gotten in my beard and dried, and this girl was just staring at me because it looked like I'd gotten Big League Chew in my beard. Okay, that's been $2.79 Canadian worth of going off topic just to fuck with Jay. Okay, thank you.
6 months later.
So Ty Rivera He's getting his rent gets jacked up. He doesn't see. And by the way, I'm seeing a lot of comics go like, my rent's getting jacked up. What do I do? It's like, how have you not planned for this until now? Are you all dumb? Because I think you are. I think if you're in 2022 going like, my rent's going up, this is crazy. You're not paying attention. You're a broken human. And when I see a 55-year-old going like, I'm going to be homeless, I'm not going to have anywhere to live, it's like, good, die. It's time to be swept into the sewer. Okay? Enough is enough. We've had it with you. It's getting nuts. And I just think low value humans, this whole thing where it's like every human is worth something. It's like they're not. Dumb people and stupid people need to be murdered en masse. So Ty goes and gets in a fight at his apartment complex, yelling at them about how they're racist for raising the rent. Cops get called on him. He's out of there. Now, he's scooted his patooted over and rented a room from someone. Now, this is how many friends Ty has. I've really put my ear to the ground and asked around. Okay? Agent O has far, far-reaching tentacles. You are Agent O. I am Agent O. We are Agent O. No one knows who he was living with. No one knows who he was living with. Okay? But he had to shove all of his furniture. Remember him? I had to put like a whole house worth of furniture in my room. Because I went from having a studio apartment to a room. So he crams all his stuff, his desk, his ring light, his lamp, his unbothered sign, his bijou, his bed, all of his clothes, all of his whimsies alligators. Do you mind if I use this pantry for whimsies? Fuck. Okay? So, he's there 3 months, maybe, right? Like it's been like 3 months. Ty Rivera, from what I hear and what I know, Ty Rivera currently is Didn't mean to double tap. Fuck. He's been kicked out of his living situation. And how could he not? Imagine he's bringing dudes around. He's coming and going all hours of the day. He'd be the worst roommate. Every time he comes in, he's dripping ass juice all over your carpet. Every 3 days, he comes out of his room, knocks on your room door. Hey, do you mind keeping it quiet for the next hour? I'm going to be doing a video vlog. Ah! Fuck. I'm going to be recording for the next hour if you can keep it down. Coming and going. Never in a good mood. Always mad at somebody, you know? Anyone he brings over is just like a fucking loser open micer who he's tricked, you know? Who are the ones he has left, by the way? Because it was like Delilah's woken the fuck up. Summer Sinclair's woken the fuck up. All these people just keep waking the fuck up. The only people who still think like Ty Rivera is one of the most innovative comedians who's crushing it on the scene is like Ryan Barassa and Andrea Vikramson. Those are the only two people who are like, Ty's actually really great. And that other Lindsay Glazer, she thinks he's fucking fantastic. I've never met her. She sounds like a real hoot. Google Lindsay Glazer, Florida, and then just watch what happens to your results. Okay, so how do we know this is confirmed? Well, same way we know everything's confirmed. Check out Ty Rivera's page on Facebook. And this, by the way, is his new, I'm not going to, I know he does it to get a comment and a rise out of people, but it's like, no. This is actual narcissism. He thinks he's the king of Las Vegas. In his mind, he's the shit. Okay, it's very important we go over the order of this stuff, okay? I'm only going to say this once. Chris Rock was not making fun of Jada's hair. He was making fun of her lack of hair. Get it together, people. This is 6 hours ago. This is Friday night. Sorry, Saturday morning. It's past midnight. At 6 p.m. on Friday, he comes in with his hot take on Will and Jada. This is the open mic he runs. Congrats to Trevor James for having the set of the night last night at Ocha Bar and being the first to win 125. It was close, but Trevor won because he had to deal with a heckler and some in-the-moment stuff. Special thanks to Note. He capitalized Note for no reason. He's a dumb guy. The owner of Ocha for kicking in $100 part of it. The other 25 was, once again, my rent money. It's like, you don't need rent money because let's scroll down. Anybody have or know of an apartment to rent in Vegas? Now, does anybody know of an apartment that I can rent in Vegas? Anybody? Yeah, apartments.com knows of some. Google probably. No. Ty wants a hookup. Anybody know an apartment I can rent in Vegas looking for pretty immediate move-in? Yeah, he's out. As early as Monday, Tuesday, I have my Bijou, so it has to be pet friendly. Now, I've heard Bijou shits on the bed more than, little Don Wrinkles does, okay? And if you've ever been to Big J's house, you smell it. It's in the air. Permeates. Just wrinkles, rot, shit, smell. Liz Stone told me his dog's incontinent. But Bijou, I imagine, is way worse. Way worse. Please let me know. And then we have 15 comments. I would love to share these with you to show you the kind of support. Now, remember, we're on an account. Nobody's blocked here. I'm seeing it all. I just helped a landlord friend get an apartment move in today. Eastern Mesquite and Eastern Avenue. Let me know. I can ask what the rent is. Just DM'd, please. Yes. Let me know if you temporarily need help with Beige. Ty has people he's so untrustworthy. He's such a piece of shit. He has no one who will take him in, but he has people who will step up for the dog. He has friends who, when told he's facing homelessness in 72 hours, their response is, if you need someone to watch the dog, we're there.
Baby shark do-do-do-do-do, baby shark do-do-do-do-do, baby shark do-do-do-do-do, baby shark.
No one wants to watch him. No one trusts him with a key to their yard. Hi, Ty. I have a place, but only looking to rent to comics. Boom. Roasted. Budget Suites on Las Vegas Boulevard South accepts pets. If you need an immediate place, they have both small and large suites. You can rent by the week without any long-term commitment until you find something. This is where whores and crack fiends sleep. You know, this is where Will Smith goes to spend the night when Jada needs the room. Fuck! He's considering Siegel Suites. He's considering Siegel Suites. Oh, no. Money! You know, I'm glad you brought it up. Because I was very embarrassed at the pedicure. Look, this is Lev Kramer donating to Golf Top. Yeah, man, it was. Let me pour another whiskey here. See if we can get the voice a little hoarser. My fiance loves when I come to bed snoring from alcohol abuse. Will anybody order me 2 McDoubles? I just need a little need someone to freshen my coffee. I pick my teeth with McDouble. By the way, we're drinking Kirkland Scotch, 12-year. It's blended. I don't want any judgment, okay? All you single malt snobs. But it's not a bad. I'll tell you this. It ain't a bad blended whiskey. Salute shalom. Salute shalom. Saloma shalom. I go twice a year to get a pedicure because my feet are, how you say, subhuman. And they really do. They take one of those. They put the shit on it that like softens the calluses up. And I'll use this like Curacao stuff for like a week leading up to it. Soften all my body's 2,000 parts. And they go at it and skin just flies everywhere, man. So much dead skin on my feet. I think I'd be thin if they would just shave enough of it off. You know, I think I could get down to fighting weight. Hey, Jay, what would it take for you to fight me? Is that the new Conor McGregor whiskey? You got to donate if you want me to talk about things. Ooh, it is hot stuff, baby. Let's go back to the comments, see if Ty's found a home. Oh, back on topic, says Jay. Okay. I was doing it anyway. You donated too late to masturbate. Fight or fuck, did you say?
I hate when people record.
I hate when people record. So then this just goes off into arguing about other stuff. Somebody brings it back on topic. Do you know of anything? Siegel Suites, but I wouldn't suggest them unless you have money because it will be difficult to pay $1,300 every 3 weeks and save money for a new place. So Siegel Suites, you might know the name. Siegel owns The Artisan, who Ty had a big beef with because they employed Trouble, and Trouble was just using derogatory gay slurs, wearing an Artisan t-shirt. So he went to Siegel Suites and rattle-tattled on Trouble and got him kicked out of there. Now Trouble's back programming stuff at Artisan again, so it did nothing. All those awful shows are still running. And Ty now may have to move into a Siegel Suites property. Now, I want you to have a look. Now, the place Ty was living previously was the same apartment complex as Big Irish J, okay? No crown jewel. No, I'm just kidding. But I think Big Irish J is in one of the nicer apartments that has rooms. Ty was in, how you say, our finest studio loft. Now I'm lost. Who's the gay? Come on, keep it together. Let's look up Seagull Suite so we can give you an idea. In Vegas, there's a lot of these places called Seagull Suites. They are, I'm not kidding when I say just complete whore magnets. It's seedy shit going down in Seagull Suites. They've got like anything, by the way, with a point program. Any motel with like any furnished motel that rents weekly that has like a points program. They're up to something. I don't care how much free Wi-Fi. I'm at the Diplomat 2. He was at the Diplomat 1. Mine are the newer ones in 2 bedrooms. No lofts or bunk beds. That's good. That's good. So he couldn't afford the Diplomat 1 tiniest loft? Like, come on. He moved out of a loft studio into a room, and now I want you to think. I really want you to think about this. Do this experiment. Close your eyes. Now, just do. I beg you to please do this, because we talk about this stuff and we make fun of Ty and it all blends together and runs together. You guys want to get me off topic and get me drunk, get me on topic and get me high. This is a real way we can connect, and I can explain to you what dire straits this man is in. So really do this with me. Close your eyes. You've lost your source of income, whether it's your job, your retirement, whatever it is. And I say retirement because I know Big Irish J's here and he's 58. So, your AARP benefits run out, whatever it may be. Okay? Imagine this in your head. Like, seriously. Like whatever it would take for you to, like, fucking panic. Like, fuck. Okay? Your savings wiped out. Whatever it is. Okay? Now you find out that you have to leave your place of residency in 72 hours. So we're really urgent. If you have your eyes closed now, if you're really thinking about this, it's panic inducing. Now I want you to think what you would do. You would immediately start reaching out to your closest circle of people, right? Your husband, your boyfriend, your wife, your girlfriend, your parents, your siblings, your best friends, your roommates. You immediately begin explaining the situation, soliciting feedback, and also, accepting offers or plans from other people about what to do. And you quickly come up with, okay, we're gonna put all our stuff in storage and stay with mom and dad for a while until we get back on our feet. Okay. Now remember, Ty's told his parents, Ty's made his mother wrap her van to advertise his comedy, Ocha Bar. And Ty's old man is waiting for, the savior of Sin City to swoop in on a white horse and pay for the funeral. And I want you to think about how far through your Rolodex of your family, friends, loved ones, connections you would get before you had to turn to Facebook and make a post where you just Literally, like it's the social media equivalent of tapping out in a ring. Does anybody imagine posting that? Does anybody know of a place to live that I can afford? And then people go, I'll watch your dog, you old gutter ball. I'll take your lamp if you're giving away furniture. He's literally on Facebook like people who are looking for a lost dog. That has anybody seen it? No. Has anybody seen an affordable place to live for an oversexed, overconfident troll boy? Anybody? Does anybody have a room I can stay in that I'll come and go from and be annoying from all day? I'm going to be honest with you. I'm a little disappointed. I had designed shirts that were Ty Rivera go to your room shirts because it's hilarious for a successful comic who's constantly telling people how expensive his lessons are. To be renting a room from a more by the way, the person he's renting a room from was probably an open micer who like makes subs at Albertsons. A nobody. And I feel bad for that person because it's probably another enemy he's made that we don't know about because that person will never own up. If you could find me who Ty was staying with so we can get an interview, I will make it worth your while. I'm putting it out there. Agent O, where was he staying? Oh, boy. Can we get another one? I guess we can. Money machine. Ooh. A friend of mine and her boyfriend come over. They bring their little dog to play with my dog. I'm looking for dogs to socialize my dog with. Play dates. I've redone my backyard. I have a nice play area for them. Oh, fuck. We got another. Big J is giving the money in here now. I can't get the goddamn. I barely get it together with all the breaking of the objects. Okay. Back on topic. We got to. This is great tug of war that I financially benefit from. Okay. What was I talking about? Ty? Let's look at Seagull Suites, everybody. I'm sure it's nice. There's tons of these places around Vegas. They're known as the shithole of Sin City. Rent an apartment with Seagull Suites. Would you like to look at their one bedrooms? No long-term lease, bad credit, okay. We do background checks because we care. Live with us, pay your rent, get free stuff. Oh no, did we just get... Come on! Lev Kramer asks, what happened to the pygmy palm? It's doing great. It's doing great. I just needed to water it more. Turns out me Hernandez, his advice was for that. 'Cause some comics just need to get a gig at a play. I need a gig. Big Irish J, I'd like to come open on the road for you, but only at bring your pets to live with you. Show us, see why our tenants. I want to know more about Seagull Rewards. I've told you there's a rewards program. Let's learn more how to get free stuff. Join today and start earning. How it works. Live with us, earn points, get free stuff. Just a few reasons to join. Free rent, gift cards to major stores, or free slot play. Let me ask you something. Does the place you live give you free slot credit at a casino? Didn't think so. So talk to the president of your HOA today and get spayed. I need to know how you earn points. Just by staying with us, you earn points. You can use your points to pay for your stay or treat yourself to food, movies, gift cards, TVs, and more. At Seagull Suites, the longer you stay, the more you can earn. After 90 days, you'll start earning more with bonus points. I don't see how Ty can afford to leave. This seems great. Furnished apartments. That's good. These are nice. These are nice. Oh, this is Reno, Albuquerque, Las Vegas. Boom. Let's have a look. Apartment details and photos. Nice. Imagine this. And how many people do you know? How many people do you know actually who can say that they live mere steps from their kitchen? This is worse than my New York City apartment. At least my bedroom was in another room. No, not here. This is the Michael Scott plan where you just prop your feet up on your George Foreman grill. You got a desk here, work area, so you can get your podcasting done. This little stove, fridge, everything you need. Little area here for Whimsy's alligators. A napkin to wipe up the cum. A nice bed. This is nice, dude. Closet, no door. Air conditioning in the wall, door, gym floor, concrete floor, no epoxy. That don't look so bad. Somebody said, this is a motel. It's a motel. It doesn't look that bad. My first apartment in Seattle with the wife was that small. It's horrible. Yes. Imagine with somebody. God damn, that's crazy. Congrats on you still being together. I'm surprised she hasn't fucking murdered you. $2,700, $1,300 a month. No, $1,300 for 3 weeks. So what does that come out to? You're saving $200 over 3 weeks on a 5 on 8. If you do the math and you split that, yeah, what are you at? 66.50? $466.50 a week ish for this. I want to see the bathroom. Hold on, are those granite countertops? Tell me more. Yeah, this is a motel. Did they tell you how many overdoses took place in the room before you move in? You know, the overdose is not a fucking joking matter. Why don't you head over today to nobodylikesonions.com/overdose. Want to save on monthly membership 20%? Sure. Use promo code Omicron. Want to save on yearly membership? Use promo code Patrick. $75 a year. I'm not doing it again. Okay? For another 10 to 12 days. We'll see about it. Do they change your towel? Look at these. For people who don't think they're motels, look at it. Look at it. This is his options. Let me tell you something. There's 2 reasons you're on Facebook going, can anyone help? Number 1, you have no friends or family or support system who's willing to help you. So you need strangers you haven't duped yet to fool. Okay? Absolutely possible. And 100% true. Fits his MO. Great. What's the other possibility? No credit, can't pass a background check, history of violence, history of restraining orders, current lawsuits ongoing, barred from certain locales in Vegas. Googling it brings up a nightmare. Shit show, your name. I seriously doubt a guy who's working part-time at an ice cream parlor and can't afford a loft at the Diplomat 1. I don't know what that means. But I heard shit. I seriously doubt that kind of guy has first, last, and security deposit for any good option, So where does this leave Ty? Seagull Suites, passing bijou around to friends like a weekly rolled joint. That's an apartment building. That is not an apartment building. This is not an apartment building. This is a converted motel. This is a Vegas shit show. Oh, God. Nightmare. No, I mean, bad credit, okay. It's like, all right, let's look at the nice ones. The 2-bedroom. Their website shit. Show me the 2-bed. Okay, this looks way more modern. Ooh la la, baby. No, they're all the same. Oh, here's one with a living room. That's nice. In case you have a man friend over. You can free unlimited access to this old brown couch. These are like what you rent when you go to the beach in a small town. That's classy. 1 bedrooms. Move in today. Please. This guy has to hook up with Ezra Miller so they can afford something reasonable. I don't know what that is. I think he can do better than Ezra. We'll be right back. J.K. Rowling? That's where we're at with Ty. He is searching for a place to live. This is seriously going to interrupt his content for a while. But it also means we can look forward, ladies and gentlemen, to a day very, very soon where Ty Rivera will be presenting us with a brand new studio. Will it be in a Seagull Suites, the tiniest podcast studio
in the world?
Only time will tell. Only time will tell. Out here on these streets. This segment has been a little something we call Vegas comedy, drama. Join us in the after show for more if you like that, because I'm going to tell you, we've got more of it. Quite a bit more of it. Why did that stop? That's weird. Okay, so we're going to go to Overdose now. We've done over 2 hours for you jerks. Ty has a few guys a night. He could split the bill. Ooh. If you're watching live, don't go anywhere. We will return, and you can access all the bonus material for free. If you're listening on the podcast or recorded, of course, if you want to hear the after show, you'll have to be in the Overdose. NobodyLikesOnions.com/overdose. $13 a month, $75 a year. More random stories. Only in the after show. We're going to have to push it. I need to go get a drink, go to the bathroom, check on my dog, lick my dog, grab a bong, get some ice, make sure the air conditioner's on, check the neighbors. I've got a story. Remind me to tell you a story about a man named Ray, Raiders tickets, and an Airbnb. We'll be right back. Thanks so much for digging in.
Your manner is most unbecoming of a gentleman. Would you be high on cigarettes?
I don't know if the comedy hasn't hit them yet. They're full-blown retarded or just high on cigarettes.
A question posed to stupid hoes who don't get it yet. Excuse me, miss. Are you high on cigarettes? I don't know if the comedy hasn't hit them yet. They're full-blown retarded or just high on cigarettes. All the laughter that you decoy if you listen to the show, boy. Patrick melting faces. Have you stacking NLO point? It's the low point, not the reason. The reason is fucking gold. It'll make the taco pony party be a party of soul. It'll make you vandalize a van with a pedal sticker so bold the family probably get arrested before they get down the road. Or stupid motherfuckers just got NLO. Other radio shows are straight bitch mail prone. Talk shit on the onions that nobody like pass. Have my homeboy lame prank call him fast. Have him thinking that he hates him like right before he berates him. And the way that he baits him, put him right on blast. Like Patrick is an asshole and his show won't last. And every time I called in he treated me like trash. He would abuse and berate me for the sake of some laughs. And the worst part was when